Hi, my name is Kevon Owen. This is Jack Smith, and in the world that we're in right now, there's a lot of things going on, and there was a school shooting. Kids, parents, teachers across the board are anxious, and really you can try to pretend that stuff doesn't happen, but they're aware of it. Jack, how do you talk to your kids about this kind of stuff?
I think first thing is to be honest, because they're going to find out from somebody, somewhere, some other forum or on the internet or from friends or whatever. And so I think it's important to tell them the truth. That way that they're getting the narrative from you, and you can deliver that however you want to, instead of them getting it from somewhere else. So the first thing is just to be honest and not to try to hide stuff, because it might be adult content, but it's happening in their life. So
it is important to make sure that it is not the only thing that they're hearing. It is possible to be oversaturated, and especially when this stuff is happening. Now, right now, it's actually leading into summer, which is give a little bit of time for this stuff to settle. But there are probable threats and there are possible threats, and helping people to understand that most of life and most of what you see on the news is possible but not probable, and kind of give the piece that's there. You can't stop the rain, you can't stop so many things, but you also shouldn't necessarily live your life hiding from it.
Yeah, I like the way that you put that, with possible and plausible and actual things that might really happen. Because here's the thing, even driving a car, there's a risk. I bet you if you looked at the numbers, there's probably more deaths from car accidents than school shootings, but yet we drive a car and we don't even think about, oh, I might die today. We don't do that, right? And I think that we need to help our kids have the same kind of mindset about school shootings, because again, it is rare, even though it does happen. It's highly unlikely that most of us will ever face something like that, and I think they really need to approach life with that perspective.
Seeing a lot of parents who are really anxious and really concerned about the world that their kids are going to school in and the things that they're enduring. And to parents, I would go back to the don't oversaturate into threats. You can hear too much news, you can hear too much over sensationalized commentary on what's going on. In all actuality, you are not going to be able to protect your kids from all the threats that are out there, and you're going to drive yourself crazy trying.
Yeah, and I am a Christian. We are Christian counselors, and one thing that we can rest in as Christians is that there is something after this, and that is always something to anchor your beliefs on, and to anchor the way that you live your life, is that this isn't the end, and so that you don't have to live with fear, even if you were to face one of those things that might not happen to most people. If that was you, well, if you're a Christian, you have again an anchor to hang your hope on. So.
There are threats possible, there are threats that are likely, and you know where you're at, you know the world that you're in, and make the best decision you can, but don't try to control too much that you can't control. It will mess with you. Now, this world is scary and the news is scary. It's really why I tell a lot of people not to spend all of your time watching it, and it will hike your anxiety. In fact, anxiety sells the news.
Yeah.
Who knew? But if you need someone to talk to about some of the things that you're seeing on the news, or if you want to know how to better talk to your kids about how do you balance this stuff, well, Jack does counseling with kids and teenagers, and so do I, and we'd love to work with you.